So Thad, it looks like most of our growers had decent weed control this year, but I know there was a lot of problems getting into fields. What's your feel overall for how things worked out?
You know, I was pretty pleased with the way things kind of worked out this year. It was a struggle. You know, we weren't able to get, a fall burn down done last year. And then, of course, with all the moisture, going into this spring, we really did not get hardly any burn down or even a pre-down on some soybeans this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of rainfall. So I'm Tim Mundorf, Nutrient Management Lead with Central Valley Ag, and today I'm with Thad Russell, Field Sales Agronomist here at our Hampton location. We're going to talk to you a little bit today about fall herbicide application and maybe trying to get a little ahead of things for next year. So I think a lot about mare's tail is the problem weed that I really look at when I'm thinking about fall burn down. But is that the same for you, or you got other weeds that you're looking at?
That will probably be, one of the most important ones. As we know in soybeans, dicambas have been helping out a lot if you have dicamba beans and even Liberty beans. But if you don't have that, we're going to struggle with that mare's tail, throughout the whole year.
What kind of products do you normally recommend to a guy for his fall burn down?
So fall burn downs, normally we're running out with a 2,4-D dicamba, and then we're also throwing in a dimetric or a metribuzin to help have that residual coming into the spring.
Now, when you're doing that fall burn down, are you wanting to get in there right behind the combine, or you want to give it a little bit of time?
You like to wait till that, right before that ground really freezes. I mean, getting on when your soil temperature gets down to about 50 degrees is about the best time to go in with your fall burn down.
And that's going to give you the longest residual to last.
Give you the longest residual.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Now, 2,4-D and dicamba tolerant soybeans have given us a few new tools, but kind of like with Roundup, we don't want growers to just rely on that, or we may lose that chemistry as well. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. I mean, everything's going to form a resistant at some point.
Yep.
And, if we're not following labels, correctly, that's when we start running into trouble, misusing that product. So we got to make sure we're following labels correctly.
So really that fall burn down is just one more tool in the toolbox to get you headed the right direction and be part of your overall weed control program.